Welcome back, guys. Yeah, let's cut this off shoulder top with elastic sleeve. Let's get right into it. I have this 1.5 fabric to make that off shoulder top. It's just 1.5 top material. I have a matching bias which is black, a scissors, and a ruler for it. Thank you, guys. Guys, this material is folded into but I'm still going to refold it again so that I can have both front and back together, so that I can cut both back and front together, so we can arrange it and also secure it with pin. This material is a silk, so I'm going to secure it with pins like so. The measurement now, it's an off shoulder top, so I'm going to minus 5 inches from the upper part. My top length, I would like it to be 27 because I want it to be long. I'm going to be wearing it on leggings. So I have the 5 inches. I'm going to have a mark. I'm going to have a line there that will serve as the starting point. So that will serve as our starting point. So from there, I'll start the measurement 5 inches. Then the blouse length, I said 27 inches. So I'm going to make use of 29 inches. Or probably let's do 30 inches. So I have it like that. Remember the 5 inches for the off shoulder. So at the shoulder level, measure out your shoulder. My shoulder is 16. I have 8 inches. I'll mark it. I'll mark the 8 inches. So remember the 5 inches again. To measure your armhole, I'm making use of 9 inches. 9 inches. I'll bring out my bust measurement, which is 42, 10.5. And I'm going to add 1 inch for sewing and ½ inch freeness. I don't want it to be tight. That's no zip. So I have 1.5, so it's okay for me. Then from there, remember the 5 inches again. Measure your half length. Mine is 17 inches. There, measure your waist. My waist is 34. My waist is 34. Then remember the 1.5 we added there. I'm going to add it again, 1.5. So what you have at this side, you can just put your hip measurement. My hip is 42. I will have it. And remember the 1.5 again. So I have 1.5 accurately there, which is okay for me. So I'm going to connect these lines now. The only difference with off shoulder basic bodies and a normal basic bodies is just the 5 inches, the off shoulder, the shoulder, which I use 5 inches. It's your choice. You can make it deeper than that, but 5 inches is very okay for me. So right now, I'm still coming back here to the shoulder. I'm going to minus 1 inch from my shoulder measurement, or you can measure on the client or on yourself from the one brass strap to the other brass strap. From one brass strap to the other brass strap, if you can measure that, then that's what you will use A. For me, I'm going to use 7 inches, which is okay. By the time I fold this place, at the end of the day, it's going to give me 6.5. It's going to give me 6.5 at the end of the day. So I'm going to cut this. Let me extend this since we're making use of the 1.5 here. So from here, I'm going to curve it to this place. I want to believe it's clear enough. Okay. So I'm going to curve it to here. So I have it. Like so. So in case you want the front to be more deeper than the back, you can still do it after you've removed one of it, which will serve as the back. And you can now reduce what you have for the neck depth for the front. So I'm going to do that to this because I don't want it to just be 4 corner. I'm going to be having something like U. So if I had 2 inches to my 5 inches, that would be 7. It's perfect. So I will curve it to this place. If you have a curved ruler, or you can also make use of your free hand, just like this. And you see, it's just for the front, not with the back. The back will still be like this. The 5 inches is okay for the back. So I'm going to cut it out, cutting it like the back. Don't cut the front yet until I separate. So here I forgot to mention, at this part here, you can decide to make it a curvy one, or you leave it straight like this. I'm going to curve it, come up by 2.5 inches. Then from there, I will curve it to this place. So I'm going to cut out now. So right now I'm going to separate the one of it that will serve as the back, and the other part will be for the front. And if at the end of the day you still see that the neck is still wide, I mean here for the shoulder, you can still make your adjustment. So I'm going to cut this neck, arrange it very well so that there won't be. So I'm going to cut it now. I have it like so. So this will serve as the back. This will serve as the back. And this, at least you'll be able to differentiate from the neck and the back. So right now, to cut the sleeve, I have the remaining fabric. And to make this top, if you have 1.5, it's enough. Even after I cut mine and the sleeve, I still have little pieces like this, which is serve as my scarf. So 1.5 is very okay. It's only for bust 40, 41, 42. But for bust 44, 1.5 might not be enough. So I have the remaining fabric in 2 like this, and I'm going to refold like this. Make sure you secure with pin. Silk material can be funny, so that one part will not be longer than the other. I have it like this. So to get your sleeve, first of all, you have to measure your round shoulder. Mine is 42. And since I have 6.5 for the basic shoulder, 6.5 in 4 places, that is 26 if I'm right. That's 26. So the 26, one can just deduct your 26 inches from 42 inches. What you have there, bring it onto your sleeve. Then for off shoulder sleeve, because it's going to have an elastic band, you have to double what you have there. So let's do the calculation. 26 minus 42 will give us, that will give us 16 inches. So for each sleeve we have 8 inches. You have to divide the 16 inches for 2 sleeves. That will be 8 inches for each sleeve. And for off shoulder, that 8 inches times it by 2. I hope you understand. That means for each sleeve you must have 16 inches. 16 inches, 16 divided by 2 will give us 8, which is this. So I have it. So I'm going to make use of 8 inches. Or instead of you doing that, when you have the remaining pieces like this, just take one of your bodies like this and place it. Can you see? Just place it on it like so. Then you can trace it out. Because this is going to have an elastic band, I will move it a bit down, like 1 inch, like this. I'm going to move it because this will have elastic band. This one is not having elastic band. Remember, this will have. I'm going to use a bias to face this in. So I'll just try and chalk it out. So I have it. And the sleeve that I want, remember the 1 inch for the elastic band. 1 inch. My preferred sleeve, I would like it to be 14. I have 14 here. And remaining 1 inch for elastic as well for the down part. It's going to have double elastic. That is elastic at the down part and an elastic at the shoulder part. Mm. 1 inch and 1 inch here. So I'm going to trace it out now. All this without, you don't need to measure your sleeve curve or apex here. Reason is there will be elastic here, there will be elastic here. So by the time you have it, it will give it this puffiness. I hope you understand. I'm going to cut out now. So right now, guys, this is the front part. Remember, I have the neck lower than the back. I'm going to take the two as it is. First of all, I'm going to use my bias for this neck. I'll use the bias for this neck, both back and front. I'll use it. Then after, I will join the side. I will join the two sides, and I will come and show you and the sleeve too. Thank you. So I've done the joining for the side, and I've also used my bias for the neck. So what's remaining now is the sleeve. So I will take it to my machine now and add the elastic band. I will add my elastic and I will join it. I'll come and show you how it looks. Remember, the elastic will be at the upper part and at the lower part. So I'll do that now. Okay. So I have it sewn. Remember, the front is lower than the back. You can see this. Now I have the sleeve as well. I'm going to take it to my ironing board now, and I will iron it and show you the final look on the mannequin. Thank you guys.